Bata tayo ng Math-aral, sa Math walang maiiwan. Math-sayang Math-aral tayo ng Math-tuto, upang ika'y umasenso. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina Math-aral na tayo. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina, 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 aral na tayo.
Magandang buhay, Batang MANDunong at home learning partners. Welcome to the Project SOAR series of online academic reviews of mathematics CLAID Learning Modules. I am teacher Lori Ben from Addition Hills Integrated School, ang inyong tagapagpadaloy ngayong araw. Binabati ko din ng magandang buhay ang ating mga masisipag at ever-supportive na mga STO officials sa pangunguna ni Dr. Romela M. Cruz, Sese, Officer in Charge, Office of the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Aurelio G. Alfonso, Officer in Charge, Office of the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Aline G. Mendoza, Chief Education Supervisor of Curriculum Implementation Division, Mrs. Emma G. Arubio, Chief Education Supervisor of Schools Operation and Governance Division, at syempre ang masipag at dedicated na Education Program Supervisor of Mathematics, Mr. Restituto Aerogenas. Bago tayo magsimula, huwag niyong kalimutang i-like, i-share, at i-subscribe ang ating official YouTube channel, ang MTN. Nagagalak ako dahil muli magkakasama na naman tayo at nasa huling linggo na tayo ng third quarter. Muli, samahan ninyo kami sa isang makabuluhan at kapupulutan ng aral na ating matutunghayan ngayon sa pamumuno ng ating mga guro sa Addition Hills Integrated School sa pamumuno ng aming punong guro, Ma'am Gigi G. Bulyanday. Mga batang mandunong, ihanda na ninyo ang inyong mga learning modules at tayo'y matuto. Unahin na natin ang para sa ikapitong baitang. Aking ipakilala ang ating guro na makakasama ngayon. Siya ay nagtapos sa Rizal Technological University sa kursong Bachelor of Secondary Education, Major in Mathematics. May 6 na taon na sa pagtuturo at kasalukuyang grade 7 teacher sa Addition Hills Integrated School. Tara, para sa ating weeknight, grade 7, samahan si Teacher Lesser S. Dama.
Magandang buhay, Batang MANDunong! Welcome to our series of online academic reviews of CLAID Learning. Tayo ngayon ay nasa week 9 na at huling linggo para sa third quarter. Ngunit, bago tayo magpatuloy, nais ko pong pasalamatan ang pinakamasipag naming Education Program Supervisor, Mr. Restituto Aerodelas, at sa aming napaka-supportive na school principal, Miss Gigi G. Bulyanday, sa pagkakataon na maging bahagi ng proyekteng ito. Tara na, mga batang mandunong, samahan niyo ako sa ating pag-aaral upang tayo'y matuto. Siguraduhin nakahanda na ang inyong papel, ballpen, at tablet. Project SOAR, series of online academic reviews of Mathematics CLAID Learning Module, Mathematics 7, Quarter 3, Week 9. Objective: the learner should be able to determine whether a given situation or task illustrates a circle and the terms related to it: radius, diameter, chord, center, arc, central angle, and inscribed angle. Let's have a review or recap. Exterior angles of a polygon, direction, Read each statement and identify whether it is true or false. If it is false, change the underlined word or number to make the statement true. Number 1. The sum of exterior angles of any convex polygon is 360 degrees. That is correct. Actually, even though our polygon is a concave, his sum is always equal to 360 degrees. So our answer in number 1 is true. Number 2 question. The measure of each exterior angle of a regular pentagon is 62 degrees. So the mentioned polygon here is pentagon. So how are we able to determine the exterior angle of a pentagon, of a regular pentagon? So we just simply use the formula 360 degrees divided by the number of sides, or n. We all know that a pentagon is a polygon having 5 sides. So 360 degree divided into 5 will give us 72. So our 62 degrees should be replaced by 72 degrees. So our answer is false, and 62 degrees should be replaced by 72 degrees. Number 3. The measure of each exterior angle of a regular 36 gon is 36 degrees. Again, we just simply use the our exterior angle formula, the sum of exterior angle formula, which is 360 divided by n. So the number of our sides here is 36 cons. So 360 divided it to 36 will give us 10. So our answer is false, and 36 degrees should be replaced by 10 degrees. Number 4. The regular convex polygon whose measure of each exterior angle is 45 degree is an octagon. Again, we will use the formula. When we say octagon is a polygon having 8 sides. So 360 degrees divided by 8 will give us 45. So that is correct. So we need to put the word true. Number 5. The formula to find the measure of each exterior angle of any regular polygon is 360 degrees over n. So that is absolutely correct. So that is true. We are using the number of sides minus 2 multiplied it to 180 if we are getting the sum of interior angles. But what is being asked is the exterior angle. So we just simply use the 360 degrees divided by the number of sides, or n. So that is true. Have you experienced joining an educational trip in your school? What places have you visited? Have you been in Quezon Memorial Park? Let's have a glimpse of Quezon City Memorial Park. Quezon City Memorial Park is one of the famous parks in Quezon City. What is reflected on our right side is a map of Quezon City Memorial Circle. The Quezon City Memorial Park is one of the famous national park and memorial located in Quezon City Memorial Circle. Its main attraction is a mausoleum containing the remains of Manuel L. Quezon, the second President of the Philippines, and his wife, First Lady Aurora Quezon. So, dyan natin makikita kung saan inilibing ang ating ikalawang presidente ng Pilipinas kasama ang kanyang asawa na si Aurora. So, ginawa ito in memory of Manuel L. Quezon and Aurora, his wife. The Quezon Memorial Park is also called the Quezon City Circle because of its circular landscape. So as you notice, the landscape there is circular, and that is where we will be linking our lesson for today. Circle is a set of infinitely many points equidistant from a fixed point called the center. So what are the terms related to circle? Let us determine what do we call the points, segment, lines, arcs, and angles in and on the circle. I would just like to have a brief review on in and on the points of the circle. When we pertain to in, meaning those points that we could find inside the circle. But when the word on is used, meaning those points on the circle, doon sa bilog ng circle, doon sa shape na bilog ng circle. Okay? So, points na makikita natin sa loob in the circle at points na makikita natin dun sa guhit na pabilog on the circle. Okay, let's have first the point. Okay, description. Point O is the center. As you notice, it is located in the middle. The name of the circle is circle O, or in symbol, we have circular shape who has point in the center, which is read as circle O also. By definition, center is the fixed or given point in the circle. It is also used to name the circle. So, ginagamit yung center to name the circle. So, if the letter is in our center is letter A, so we can name the circle as circle A. So, it is based on the letter on the center of the circle. Next, the lines and the segment. So let us study the lines and the lines on the circle. So we have first the radius. By description, segment OC is the radius. By definition, radius is a segment whose endpoints are the center and any point on the circle. So yung radius, ang endpoint niya, ang isa ay center ng circle at yung ikalawang endpoint niya ay on the circle. Nandun sa bilog ng circle. So the plural form of radius is called radii. Okay, as you can see in our figure here. So one endpoint is on the circle and one endpoint is at the center of the circle. Let's proceed to the next line, which is the diameter. Description. Segment AB is the diameter. By definition, diameter is a segment whose endpoints are any 2 points on the circle on. So makikita ko yung 2 points niya doon sa bilog ng circle and passes through the center. So, dadaan sa gitna ng circle. It is also the longest. So, diameter is the longest line of the longest chord of the circle. So this is twice as the radius. Diameter means 2 meter or twice the radius. Next, let's have here the chord. By description, segment DC is the chord. By definition, chord is a segment whose endpoint are any 2 points on the circle. So, by definition, circle diameter rather and chord has something in common. Both their endpoints are on the circle, but the difference is a diameter should pass through the center of the circle, while the chord does not need to pass all of the time. So we can say that all of the diameter is chord, but not all chord is a diameter. Or we can also say that chord is a subset of the diameter. Okay, next, tangent. By description, line X is the tangent. Point C is the point of tangency. As you notice here in our figure, we have line X that touches the circles once at point C. So point C there is our point of tangency. By definition, tangent is a line that touches the circle at exactly one point called the point of tangency. Okay, next one, the second. Second, by description, line Y is the second. So by definition, second is a line that intersect the circle at 2 points. Thus, second and tangent is somehow related, only that second passes the circle at 2 points. Next, so let's study the arcs of the circle. So first one, we have the minor arc. By description, arc AC is a minor arc. By definition, minor arc is an arc less than half a circle. So wala pa sa kalahati ng circle. So pwedeng 179 degrees or 150 or 10 degrees as long as it is less than half of the circle, which is 180 degrees. The next one, we have the semicircle. Semicircle, by description, arc ACB is a semicircle. Usually, major arc is denoted by 3 points on the arc, while in minor, as you notice, it is just denoted by 2 points on the arc. So in here, ACB is a semicircle. So by definition, semicircle is an arc that measure half a circle. Semi, kalahati ng circle. Medyo circle, no? So parang yung semi-kalbo, medyo kalbo lang, no? Pero hindi siya kalbo. So semicircle, medyo circle, pero hindi siya circle. Okay? Next one, we have the major arc. Okay, by description, arc ABE is a major arc. So by definition, major arc is an arc more than half a circle, more than 180 degrees. So lagpas na ito ng mas malaki na ito kay semicircles. So siya yung biggest arc, which is what we call the major arc. Next one, let's study the angles on a circle. So we have here the central angle. By description, angle COB is a central angle. Okay, by definition, central angle is an angle whose vertex is the center of the circle. So yung kanto niya mismo ay nasa center dapat ng circle para masabi natin siyang central angle. And sides are 2 radii. So yun nga yung sides or yung paa, no, nung angle. So dalawang radius, which is radii. So C and B here can be interchanged, while O should always remain at the center. Okay, it can be angle BOC, that is just the same, but O should remain at the center of the angle. Okay, so let's proceed to the next angle, which is what we call the inscribed angle. By description, angle EAF is an inscribed angle. By definition, inscribed angle is an angle whose vertex, yung vertex, is a point on the circle. So kung kanina, ang vertex ng central angle ay nasa center ng circle, ang inscribed angle naman, ang vertex niya ay makikita natin doon sa bilog ng circle, on the circle. And the sides are 2 chords. Okay? So, yun. Yung sides ng angle natin ay 2 chord, no? Kasi itong it passes through the center, yung isang chord, yun yung diameter. Ito naman ay chord din, no? So, 2 chords yung kanyang sides. Okay? So, to summarize, so those are, we have 4 types of terms related to circle. So we have the point, line, arc, and the angle. Under the point, we have the center. Under the line, we have radius, diameter, chord, tangent, secant. Under the arc, we have minor arc, semicircle, major arc. In angle, we have inscribed angle and central angle. So let's have an example. Number one, identify the term related to circle illustrated by each figure below. So in letter A, we have a chord that passes through the center of the circle. So we call that as the diameter. Letter B, we have an angle inside the circle whose vertex is on the circle. It is not in the middle of the circle. So we can call that as an inscribed angle. The next one is we have a line that pass through the circle at 2 points. So we call that as the second line. Okay, so let's proceed to example number 2. For number 2 and 3, refer to the given figure at the right. So we have a figure at our right side. As you notice, we have circles, lines, chords, and angles, and radius. Okay, we have an arc there. So name the following. So we will base our answer on the figure on our right side. A second line. So we will look a line that touches the circle twice, that pass through the circle at 2 points. So we have here the line X. So our answer in letter A is line X. Diameter, or okay, we will look for a segment that pass through the center. So we have only here segment BE. Radius or radii in plural form. So we have a lot of radius here. So what are those? Okay, radius AB, radius AF, and radius AE. Okay, so those are our answer. So segment AF, segment AE, and segment AB. Number 3 question. Identify the term related to the given circle. Line Y. Let line Y. Okay, what do we call this line Y here in our figure? It, as you notice, it touches only once the circle at point F. So we call that as tangent. The next one is segment CD. So segment CD is a chord. It does not pass through the center. So we can call that as a chord. Next, angle BAF. As you notice, our center here is A, which is the center of the circle. So we call that as a central angle. Okay, next, letter D, arc DE. As you notice, we have only 2 points on the arc, which give us a hint that it is a minor arc. Okay, let us check if it is a minor. Yes, it is. It is less than 180 degrees. The arc is less than 180 degrees. Example, complete the table by finding the unknown length of the radius and diameter. Okay, if we are looking for a radius, we all know that our formula in getting a diameter and the radius. When we get a diameter, we just simply multiply 2. 2 multiplied it to r, so that is our formula in getting the diameter. While in getting the radius, we just simply divide the diameter into 2. Okay, so they are inversely related. Okay, so if our radius is 2 meters, so our diameter is 4. You just need to multiply 2 meters into 2 will give us 4 meters. So in letter B, the unknown here is the radius. So uh, we will just simply divide 10 centimeter into 2 and will give us 5 centimeter. And in letter C, our diameter is 12 decimeter. We'll just simply divide it into 2 and our answer is 6 decimeter. Okay, so you will answer your activity question during your asynchronous time. And this is our references and that we get our lesson. Thank you for patiently listening. Stay safe and God bless. Bye. Maraming salamat, Batang Mandunong, sa inyong pakikibahagi sa ating series of online academic reviews week 9. Tandaan, maging matiyaga, matalino, at matuto sa kabila ng pandemya. Ako po si Sir Lester na nagsasabing, ang pag-ibig ay parang sirkel lang. Ito'y umiikot ng walang katapusan. Stay safe, God bless, and thank you.